I'm Mish and I'm a certified MBTI practitioner, and today I'm going to talk to you about the ISTP type. So if you're an ISTP type, you are known as the logical pragmatist. Those are some big words there, aren't they? So an ISTP is introversion, sensing, thinking, and perceiving. So what we're going to talk about today is an ISTP at your best, characteristics of an ISTP, how others may perceive you, and last but not least, what are some of those areas that you could grow and develop in to make yourself a more well-rounded ISTP. So you at your best, an IST person is really great at finding the core root of a problem or an issue. They can identify and see it very quickly and are very quick to act to solve that issue or to solve that problem. They're not really big in abstract theories unless there's a way that they can take the abstract theory and make it into something. But they don't like to really do all these big brainstorming things. They're very much about the here and now because they have the ST combination in the middle. They are really great at being troubleshooters. So you at your best is in a position or a role or a situation where you can say, right, here's the problem, now let me troubleshoot and see how I can solve this issue and what way is going to be the most effective and the most efficient way to solve that issue. Characteristics of an ISTP, because you have your ST, you're going to be very analytical, very logical. That's why it's easy for you to see where the errors and things lie. Because one of your least developed functions is your F, you can be seen as a little bit detached when you're making some of those decisions. That's something to look out for. But with that, you can be very objective and critical. So that can help when you're troubleshooting, right? You are also very factual and pragmatic, right? So people know that they can come to you if they need facts, a solution, and help kind of overcoming an issue that they're facing in their work or their day-to-day. Now, how others might perceive you is that what can happen is because you're an I, and because you like to gather facts and sort out what's happening in the moment, you need time to process all of that information. So often people might think that you're agreeing to a situation or you're agreeing to a solution just because you're not disagreeing. But that doesn't mean that you're agreeing. It means that you're processing, and it might seem that later you're coming and raising concerns or coming with more ideas. So that is just something for you to be conscious of, that people might be like, oh, well, they're very agreeable, but you weren't agreeing, you just weren't disagreeing. What also can happen is that people can find it hard to read you, again, because your F function is a little bit more underdeveloped, and you're very logical and thought process and introverted in your head. It can be hard to read because you're in here. So you've got to really work at being able to find out how to get your inside voice outside in a way that people can hear and understand the solutions that you found in, while you were troubleshooting. Okay? But at the same time, people will actually see you as being very action-oriented and not being afraid to take risks because you were able to look at the problem, identify what it was. You'll be very confident in that decision that you've made and how to overcome the issue, that you'll be perceived as being very confident and very action-oriented. So you figured it out, great, let's go and let's get it done. And because you have a P, which is that perceiving, you can be very flexible and adaptable. So yes, this might be your situation now, but you're open to change that plan or that mission as it unfolds to make sure that it's the most efficient and effective way. You're also perceived as being very independent. Now, potential areas for growth for an ISTP is that you need to be careful that you're not seen as being too withdrawn and that you have low energy. You need to be able to find a way to, like I said before, get your inside voice outside for people to be able to understand where your head is. You also want to make sure that you're not looking too much at the details right now in the here and now. And you also want to make sure that you're thinking about how your decisions impact the people around you, or how those decisions might impact the people who are involved in that project, for example. You need to make sure that you're not overlooking people's emotional needs. So really working on your emotional intelligence or your EQ would be something that will definitely help you with your future development and your future growth. And last but not least, what you also want to make sure that you're doing is that you don't postpone decisions too much. So because you're a P, Ps don't like to overly plan. They don't like to overly check things off the box. So you just need to make sure that when you are confident with the information that you have and you have an idea, go ahead and get that done. Or use that time to source opinions from other people so that you're making sure that your ideas are more well-rounded, so that you can make a decision and act on it, and don't let it just kind of sit off on the side for too long. Otherwise, all your work will then become null and void because you'll be on to the next problem and next solution. So that is an ISTP. I hope this video helped you identify this type a little bit more to see how much you relate to it. So please leave any comments below and let me know what else you'd like to know about an ISTP, and I will see you around. Bye.